You know that sinking feeling when you realize you've been scammed? Your stomach knots, your hands shake, and all you can think is, how could I be so stupid? I felt that. But what this scammer didn't know was that I was about to make his entire small town know exactly what he did. If you've ever dreamed of serving justice to someone who thought they could get away with it, hit that like button and subscribe, because this is one of the most satisfying revenge stories you'll hear today. It started with what I thought was a steal of a deal. I'd been searching for months for a high-quality video camera, the kind that could record crystal-clear memories for years. Finally, on eBay, I saw it, a Dutch auction. For those who don't know, that's where multiple items are up for grabs, and the highest bidders get them. The seller's profile looked spotless. Positive feedback, polite replies to buyers. He seemed legit. And in those days, online shopping felt like a trust game. You judged a stranger's honesty through little gold stars and kind words. I placed my bid, heart pounding as the countdown hit 0, and I won. I could already picture holding that shiny new camera, filming everything from birthdays to road trips. But that excitement, it lasted less than 24 hours. The payment went through, but the seller's tone changed overnight. No friendly, "Thank you for your purchase." No tracking number. Just silence. When I pressed him, I got vague excuses. Shipping delays, supply issues. That gnawing feeling in my gut started growing. I dug deeper, scrolling past the most recent glowing reviews. That's when I realized every single review was from him buying things, not selling. He'd been padding his account for months, building a reputation just for this moment. And the truth hit. He'd listed 5 cameras. He only had 1, and I wasn't the lucky one who got it. At first, I was stunned, then embarrassed, then furious. I imagined him sitting somewhere smugly counting my money, thinking I'd just accept the loss, that I'd be too embarrassed, too far away to fight back. But I'm not built like that. If you wrong me, I'll find a way. I got his address. Back then, eBay didn't hide seller info as tightly. A tiny town in Texas. That was my first glimmer of hope. Because small towns, they run on gossip. My first move was bold. I wrote a letter to the editor of his local newspaper. I named him outright, told the story, demanded justice. They refused to print it, but the editor left me with an idea. If you want this to stick, come at it from a different angle. So I did. I wrote again. But this time, I wasn't accusing. I was rallying. I urged people to contact their congressmen about stronger laws to protect consumers from online theft. And casually, oh so casually, I mentioned that a man in their own town had done this to me. If you want his name, I wrote, email me. Within days, my inbox lit up. A dozen messages from curious neighbors. Some polite, some nosy, some furious. When they asked for his name, I gave it. And the stories that came back? Pure gold. One person told me where he worked. Another described his car in detail. Several said he'd always been a bit of a skeevy guy, and then came my favorite. A woman emailed saying she'd taken my story straight to his grandmother. Let me repeat that. His grandma. She apparently gave him an earful, in front of other family members. I pictured him squirming, cheeks red, as his own grandmother demanded to know why strangers from across the country were emailing about him. No refund could have bought that level of satisfaction. I didn't get my camera. I didn't get my money back. But I got something better. His entire small town knowing exactly what he did. His co-workers whispering. His neighbors side-eyeing. His family disappointed. That's the thing about scammers. They thrive in anonymity. Once you drag them into the light, they shrink. And in that light, I'd burned his little empire to the ground. Justice doesn't always come in the form of a courtroom or a refund. Sometimes it's about restoring balance in your own way. And in a small town, the truth spreads faster than wildfire. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, What's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? And if you're new here, subscribe for more real-life stories where justice gets served in the most unexpected ways.